So here I am back in Nashville a year later after we started the project, and I'm in Nolensville now. I'm on my way to see Scott Kidd, my sound engineer, who is just a love of a working partner on this project. And so he's giving me really good directions. We'll see if I can find it or not. There's been a lot of changes in both of our lives this past year as we worked together and got to know each other better. For me, I took 2 trips back to Africa, my homecoming journeys. That was really huge for me. For Scott, he's moved and has a whole new house with his wife, who is expecting a baby in just 2 months. So I'm really excited to be here. We're going to, last year it was like moving into the audio. Audio was so new to me, and now we're moving into the to the video realm, and Scott's helping me with that. So one of the things that is a standard operating for procedures for me in my life is that I'm always lost. And so I just build that into my life. So here I've overshot my turn, and now I'm turning around so I can get to Scott's and get to the right turn. So I've gotten really good at backing up. I've gotten really good at turnarounds. I've got really good at persistence so that I can get wherever I want to go. And really, it's not a bad way to live as long as you have the time built in and you have enough patience to put up with this directionally challenged part of myself. Now we're at this point, we're in a very nice new subdivision. And
it's right here, 3360.
Very good. So let's see.
Right here. Yep. Here. You're passing it.
Very good. Okay. Yeah, that constant.
Now you're in the wrong driveway.
Yeah, exactly.
You are.
Okay. Oh my God. Okay, now do the
No, just keep going. You're really right. Doing exactly how you drive.
That's right. This is exactly how I drive. You drive with me at your own peril. Actually, I'm not a bad driver, but I'm always lost.
It's that one right there.
This one here?
No, back up. It's the one behind us.
Okay, as you can see, this is a recreation, but it's a damn good recreation. We're not kidding here. This is exactly how
Okay, stop.
Okay.
It's
this one.
No, it's keep going.
Right, it's this one right here.
Yeah.
Correct. Okay, very good.
You got it.
Okay. So now
we are here.
This is Scott's driveway. And okay, now I'm parked in front of the garage and put it in gear. So all I have to do now is to get my hat and my purse, and in we go to Scott's front door. Okay, well, here we go. We're gonna start now, and then we'll have a tour of Scott's studio. Here we are in Scott's home, and here's Tucker waiting to greet me with his playthings. Here we are in Scott's home audio studio, and this was my introduction to Scott. We're in a slightly new location for this studio now, but this studio is larger and more light. It's really quite lovely. And so Scott and I spent a lot of time in this studio setup here, so I grew to really love it. I was so wowed when I first walked into this studio because I'd never seen anything quite like it. I'm going to go show you the boards and things that Scott can tell us about it, because many of you may not have ever seen a setup like this either. Okay, so here's the screen. This is what all these little sound vibes look like. Scott, tell us about the screen and a little bit about how you work.
Well, this is this is a multi-track of a project that I'm working on, and each one of these is basically a sound. Like this is the lead vocal. Everything is separated out. You know, there's a separate each sound for the kick drum, the snare drum, the guitars. Everything's individual, and we in music production, just match levels and mix and do all of our post-production work within the computer. For Janet's project, we can, basically she did a recording of her father and a group playing music and brought those down, and I transferred them into the computer, and then we basically collaborated together on picking the best the best music, but also what made sense to the poems and what made things hook together and connect together to make it something truly, a truly unique experience to the poems. And as you hear my email bing, that's how we communicated a lot back and forth is email. And I basically send the stuff to like an online hard drive, and she'd download it and check it out, and then we talk about it and figure out collaborate together on what makes the most sense for this project. And she came in and we talked and met. And we shared our, family life stories. I'd read some of the poems, and some of the books, and you can't help but find that personal connection to these poems because immediately everyone has this connection to it, and it helps you dig inside yourself and find something you sometimes you knew was there but hadn't thought about in a long time. And I think that's part of what made this project great for us is that we just connected on that level, and it really made it work out great.
One thing that I really that made me feel very much at ease when I first started working with Scott was he had experienced a similar family tragedy as we had. The book was in part about my sister's sudden death in an automobile accident, and Scott also had an uncle, right?
Yeah.
An uncle who had also had a fatal accident very suddenly, and the whole family had to adjust to that. So I think that was one of the bonds that really joined us right away and made me very comfortable with Scott. Plus, he's kind of a teddy bear kind of guy, as you can see. And so Scott had the same kind of feeling for family that I'd grown up with and developed, especially through my father, my mother too, when she was alive. They were both really crazy for family, our own particular kind of family values, I guess. And so Scott shared that, and he understood the importance of family and family stories. Now, Scott works with some of the biggest names in the music business, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a picture with you and Dolly Parton together. Yeah. And so, but you never know that, meeting Scott. He just, exudes, as you can see, this kind of comfort and warmth and the coziness. So I felt at ease. My terror was relaxed and eased right away. He also kind of shared some insights in how the music business in Nashville runs, how it works. And what I remember him telling me was that the music business here is very casual, and how people dress, and so there could be some really big business going on behind this sense of casualness. We had gone to this restaurant to meet my two blogging buddies. Do you remember the name of the restaurant, Scott?
Which?
It was the Front Porch, right?
Oh, Yellow Porch. That's
okay,
what it was.
So the restaurant that
you can sit down.
Okay,
be comfortable. Yeah.
The restaurant that I went to. Oh, Tucker's ball.
Yeah.
The restaurant that we went to. I was meeting my blogging buddies, Yvonne Perry and Hal Minogue, and that was the original purpose for my visit here. Was I decided, well, since I'm in St. Louis, I could easily drive down there and meet these people that had become really such close online friends. I could meet them in person. And that was how we had, how I kind of started easing into this project anyways. For a long time, ever since the book was published in 2006, I had wanted to make an audiobook. As I was doing my various talks around the country, I always included music in it, because I find that a lot of the material is very emotionally charged, and that gives both me as the reader and the audience kind of a rest and a segue in which to absorb the poems. And so there I had wanted to do it for a long time, but I was clueless about how to start. So then suddenly it occurred to me that since I was going to be down in Nashville, that this was the perfect time to do the audiobook. I asked both Hal and Yvonne about ideas for a sound engineer, and guess what? She had this wonderful son-in-law, Scott Kidd, and so that's how I came to know Scott and work with him and collaborate with him closely over the next few months.